Let's do a quick hands-on segment here and create an environment using Elastic Beanstalk. We're not going to use Elastic Beanstalk much in this course, but I just want you to be sort of familiar with it a little bit and understand that it exists and that it's an option that might be available to your organization. I'm going to go into the AWS Management Console and I will go to the Elastic Beanstalk dashboard. And when it pulls up, it says "Welcome to Elastic Beanstalk." I can create an Elastic Beanstalk application. So I'm going to just follow the easy button here and click on Get Started. And I'm going to create a web app. I'm going to give my application a name, and I'll just call it My App. It doesn't matter what the name is. We're going to give it a base configuration, and here we need to select the platform. These are the different application frameworks which are available, and I will just select I'll select PHP as the platform. And in terms of application code, I can use a sample application, or I could even upload my own code. And in this case, I'm just going to use a sample application. So I'll say create application. And it says it's creating the environment for me. So you see it says it's created a new environment called My App. And now it's creating My App, the My App environment. And you see that we'll see some information here populate, some log information populate as the Elastic Beanstalk service is creating my environment. You see here that it is using an S3 bucket for storage. It's creating a security group. It's created now an Elastic IP. Behind the scenes, Elastic Beanstalk is essentially creating all of the different AWS resources needed to support my web application. It's managing the VPC settings. It's going to set up an EC2 instance with the PHP application framework installed. It'll take my application code and actually deploy it. It'll copy it to the web application server for me and place it in the right directory on the server. So all of this is just being automated in the background for me. I'm going to pause the video because this might take a few minutes to launch my application environment. The recording of the video, and it took a few minutes there to launch the application environment. And I saw a number of log messages, and it was launching EC2 instances and so on. Now the application environment has been launched, and it gives me this dashboard where it shows that the health of the environment is okay. It's a platform that is running PHP version 7.2. My sample application has been uploaded and deployed into the environment. I can see some log event information. If I go to configuration, then I can actually modify some of the configuration settings. I'm not going to go through what all these settings are, but I can modify the sort of application environment settings. I can look at the health information for my application. I'll go back to the dashboard. And one of the things to note, and this might look very small in the video, but in your dashboard, you'll see that your application environment has a URL. And if I click on this URL, it's going to open up a web page and browse to my application, which has been deployed in that environment. And this is my sample application, which I selected. and that's now running in the environment. So the point of this demonstration is just to show you that this Elastic Beanstalk service exists, and you can use it to, in effect, automate the deployment of your applications within AWS. And you don't need to really know anything about the actual underlying AWS infrastructure. You can just write your application and select a framework and deploy it, and Elastic Beanstalk will take care of the rest for you. I hope that this hands-on segment was helpful and that you feel more comfortable now working with Elastic Beanstalk.